Hi guys, it's New Jersey Garden. I finally got my seeds in the mail. I actually ordered them about 2.5 weeks ago when I did my last video, and they only took about 5 days to get in the mail, but I finally opened them today just because I had some time, and I wanted to show you what came in the mail and what I'm going to be planting this season. So I threw the seeds all on the table here. Let's just go over what I'm planting, and I'll talk about why I ordered them, and in future videos I'll show you my setup in the basement for growing the seeds under lights. So this one is I call it blanket flower. It's Gaillardia. It's a great perennial flower. I've had this growing in my yard for many years. They do die out after a few years, and they also are subject to a little bit of a disease. It has like these white spots on them, and it really just, it doesn't hurt the plant all that much, but I don't really like keeping diseased plants in the ground, so I dug them up, and I'm going to be planting these seeds this year. And you'll see that with a lot of the perennials, you don't get a lot of flowering, if any, the first season. Perennials are really slow to get going, and then the second year you'll have a lot of flowers, and the third year you'll have tons of flowers, and they start to spread. So I ordered a combination of perennials and annuals, but I wanted to point out that this particular flower, the blanket flower, is a great drought-tolerant flower, and it grows really well in our soil. We have a lot of clay, rocky soil in this area, so it's a great choice for for if you have like a tough growing conditions. So I think I ordered a couple different varieties of this species. Here's the other one. I ordered Tokajur, which I think is like a newer variety. I'm not going to go into the details of the planting instructions. We'll do that when I show my setup in the basement. I'm just going to go through quickly and just show you what I ordered. So yarrow, I love yarrow. It's another very easy plant to grow in tough conditions. It really seems to like clay soil. It's deer resistant, as well as the blanket flower is deer resistant. The yarrow has a slight scent to it. The deer just don't touch it. I got flower burst, which I've grown before, and summer berries. Yarrow, along with the blanket flower, will die out after a few years. So I do usually save seeds from most of my flowers, and this past year I just didn't save that many, and I just want to grow more. So that's why I ordered these seeds. But they're a lot of my flowers. In the past, I've saved the seeds, and I've been able to grow, new plants from the seeds. I decided to grow goldenrod this year. We'll see how that goes. It's new for me. I know it attracts a lot of beneficial insects, and apparently there's certain types of goldenrod that don't get like out of control. So this one hopefully will stay put. I ordered a whole bunch of sunflowers, and the reason for that is I'm thinking about in this new gardening space that I'm getting access to, I'm thinking about growing some cut flowers that, that I don't have to worry about the deer. Sunflower in the past, I have grown sunflower many years ago, and I had deer nibbling on it and the Japanese beetles attacking it. But last summer, the deer didn't even touch the few sunflowers that popped up. So, but I still think I should, put them in fenced-in areas. Okay, so what else? So Veronica. Veronica is a plant that I have a little experience with. I did some landscape work last summer for a client nearby, and she had some beautiful Veronica, so I wanted to grow it myself. This is new for me this year. I'm hoping it's deer resistant. I got some more bachelor's button. I grow this in a little side garden. There's a lot of varieties of bachelor button. I think my favorite still is probably Blue Boy, which I grow I'm in this little side garden. But I wanted to try something different, so this is called Classic Fantastic. It has a little bit of white and lighter blue shades. Lace flower is false Queen Anne's lace, and it's in the carrot family. And if you've seen Queen Anne's lace, it's just like a white, lacy looking flower, and it just blends well in bouquets, and it seems like it might be easy to grow, so I wanted to try that this year. Straw flower is something I've just always been interested in trying. I have no idea if it's gonna grow well, but it says on here it tolerates heat and drought, and I love flowers that can tolerate a lot of heat and drought. We do have, our clay soil does retain some water, so I don't have to water all that much in the summer, but it does get very hot and humid here, and I just don't like to have to water if I don't have to. So it's just nice to save on the watering. Bells of Ireland is just a cut flower that's popular in the cut flower industry. I just kind of wanted to see how it was to grow. And then same thing with Dusty Miller. That's just a pretty flower that blends well with other flowers. It's like it says on here, it's just really the foliage of the Dusty Miller is popular as a filler in cut flower bouquets. And then calendula is something I've always wanted to grow. I think I've been afraid of the deer attacking it, but there's a lot of varieties of calendula. It's actually an herb, and I see it sometimes. I know it's edible. People use it in salads, and it's in a lot of hair products as well, so I wanted to try growing it. And then anise is another herb that I wanted to try. I've grown dill before, and I love the texture of dill and use it in bouquets, and I just wanted to see, kind of compare it to anise and see how that looks in bouquets. I don't think there's anything wrong with really adding herbs to your floral bouquets as long as it all looks nice. So I wanted to try it. So that's it for all my seeds. I ordered quite a few this year. I ordered a lot more than I have in the past. I didn't order any seeds last year, so I sort of treated myself. And all these seeds, by the way, were about anywhere between $1.99 per packet up to $3.99 a packet. So it's pretty economical if you think about all the flowers I'm going to be getting out of this, and especially with perennials. What I love about perennials is when you have a perennial that works in your yard, you just can, divide it and plant it in new places. So it's like you're getting free plants. So I feel like seeds are just so economical, and I get excited just to see the flowers grow from seeds. So I think it's a really enjoyable way to grow flowers, and I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. And I look forward to sharing with you in the next couple weeks my basement setup where I have grow lights, and I grow a lot of my seeds in the basement with heating mats and a timer and grow lights. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you, and I hope you guys are having a great winter and